In the more recent chapters of Lookism, we got a deeper look into the world of the first generation, in which we see one of the more interesting characters in Lookism, Jaegyeon of Incheon and Sungji of Chonliang. And if you ever want to discuss more ongoing happenings in Lookism, the Generation 3 Discord server is for you. Here we discuss all things Lookism, so feel free to join. And with that being said, let's start this off. To start this off, we have to tackle some unknowns about Jaegyeon. Why does he want to sell his car? As of now, we don't actually know the true purpose of the car, and it doesn't seem too important to him, as he basically just let Taesu destroy it. Maybe this is just a red herring from PTJ, but then again, PTJ is a master of foreshadowing, so maybe he has something planned in the future. Like all the other first generation kings, the similarities that they have is that James Lee took a body part from them. For Taesu it was his eye, for Gongseopji it was his legs. But for some reason, when we saw Jaegyeon, nothing seemed to be wrong. In fact, he seemed to be thriving even. So that is our second unknown. Why was Jaegyeon seemingly left alone? Did he impress James? Did he manage to outpower him? Or did he strike a deal? All of these will surely be answered as the arc goes on, which is something I'd like to point out, is that he's a bit similar to Chonliang's king in terms of hairstyle, but maybe that's just a coincidence. Though I do think he has a part to play in the upcoming Chonliang arc, since he's been introduced, and it seems that his ability is Judo, which we know is vengeance. So maybe they had a connection, like Samuel and Jake situation, and he did go to the Chonliang king's resting place, his grave. And lastly, the one you've all been waiting for, how powerful is Jaegyeon? It's definitely gonna be difficult to gauge how powerful Jaegyeon is, as he's only been introduced for a chapter. But what we do know is that James seemingly left him alone, so from here we can vaguely speculate that he's higher than Taesu. His ability as a grappler is shown to be incredibly developed, as he was able to throw an end of the first affiliate Daniel that copied his second body counterpart. Another vague scale we can put him in is how well he'd fare against James Lee. James Lee was known to dominate the first generation, with some exception being Seoul's king, Chonliang's king, and as evidenced by his lack of being a cripple, Jaegyeon. And from here we can vaguely say that he'd do well enough against James Lee to keep up and defend himself, but not necessarily beat him. We also have to take into consideration that maybe fighting isn't his strong suit, and that maybe he's known for his intellect. Now, moving on to Chonliang's king, there's even less to say about him, since as of now, he's only just been introduced. But everyone in my Discord server speculates that the reason why he's outcasted from the village was because he tried to overthrow the messed up system in Chonliang, and they were scared of his fighting prowess. We speculate that he was close to it, but the one who runs Chonliang did some underhanded dirty trick, but we won't know until the next chapter comes out. And well, that is it for today's video. I really just wanted to talk about Jaegyeon because I find him really cool as a character, and there's something just about him that I adore, and his mannerisms and his personality really sticks out to me. And the way he's drawn so tastefully is another bonus for me. And so yeah.